All right, let's talk about some of the semi-precious gemstones that are still on the market, still being approached by people as a viable way to make money off of jewelry. Um, let's be honest, semi-precious gemstones are used for jewelry. There's hardly any people like me that just collect gemstones for fun. They always go, "What do you do that for? Are you gonna put it in anything?" No, I don't want to screw them up. But some of these are not actually collectible. Okay, like I call semi-precious active duty consumable gemstones. Like they will be put in jewelry, they will be scratched up, they will be lost. They will be appreciated by the people that know how to appreciate something, but they're what's going to be marketed to us normal people. Okay? It's a fun category because you could start getting into real stones, stones that aren't totally lab created. Some people don't get into that. I do. I like lab created stones. But not everybody's that advanced, okay? Or left behind, whatever way you want to look at it. We're going to create the full vortex once we go to the next category. You can take it too far, or you could take it too far in either direction, and it doesn't matter. Everything's good. Stop looking at things like they're good and bad. They're not. You have to pay the right price because you have to know what you're buying. Now, a lot of these semi-precious ones that are actively in jewelry that I still accept aren't modified. So agates, sometimes they are modified. Sometimes if you find agates that are bright blues, usually it's the blues. Sometimes greens that are really unnatural looking. Yeah, those would be more of a chrysoprase. If they're in bands and stuff, sometimes those are just dyed, okay? If there's extremely bright colors, be wary of agates, like those magenta ones and shit. Okay, but you can find natural agates in all kinds of colors that are natural. Like the blue lace agate is really popular right now. It's really cool. A lot of the carnelians with banding, you can get those for lower prices because people like carnelian to be one uniform color if it's an actual gemstone. Carnelian is something you could find natural. Nobody modifies carnelian. It's just such an old gemstone that people are starting to lose favor. I like it. It's just a lot of people aren't ready for it anymore. A lot of older men wore it, and now the newer generation doesn't want to look like the older men. Let's be honest, carnelian was the very first gemstone romanticized by mankind. So, lapis lazuli is in second place. To that, it's not modified. We've been mining it in Afghanistan for over 4,000 years. It's probably been written about in the Bible. Um, Lapis lazuli is really cool, but it's falling out of favor because it's not see-through, or older men have already worn it and now the next generation is moving on. Peridot is a very bright green gemstone. You can find this in good carat sizes. It's abundant. I like peridot. It's a little fragile. It's better for earrings, pendants. You don't want to put it in a ring. Yeah, it's okay in a ring. My mom has a peridot ring. You just have to be careful. Um, Amethyst is one of those difficult ones. If it's smaller and it's dark purple, you can trust it to kind of be real. If it's larger and dark purple, I mean, it's just going to be real expensive nowadays. We're running out. We're not running out. We're actually finding a lot of that. Don't get so scared that we're running out of amethyst. Okay, it's pretty abundant. Just it takes a good eye to find the right dealer and time, and then wait for it, and you'll get it. Citrine is usually heat treated amethyst. So we take this purple amethyst, we heat it up, and it turns orange. I like it. It looks cool. I don't care if it's heat treated. It doesn't bother me. Natural citrine is always easy to tell. It's very, very light. That's why it's kind of uninteresting to people. Kind of looks like a manila folder color, or sometimes you get lemon quartzes that are natural too, but really, really light. Those kind of get confused with citrines sometimes, but lemon quartz is something you could find still as a natural semi-precious stone. Trying to start getting into the darker ones, and it's going to cost you. Okay, just like anything, you want that right color, it's going to cost you, you know. So with these semi-precious stones, they pitch you a lot of the undergraded ones. Blue sapphire, they're always going to give you the dark ones. Amethyst, they'll either give you the really light ones in larger carats, or they'll pitch you really small purple ones. Aquamarines are almost always light. It's hard to get into that market. You want a really good colored aquamarine, it's going to cost. Rose quartz, you could always tell it's cloudy, and that's why it's a semi-precious. Even if it's facetable, it has a good price. You should try to find facetable grade rose quartz right now because it's at a good price. It will get more rare when people figure out what it is, how beautiful it is. Chalcedonies, usually from the earth, they're kind of boring colors. Sometimes they can end up being more expensive once they're nice colors, so those get dyed, usually a blue color. Blue chalcedony is popular. As a gemstone chalcedony, sometimes they look at it to be a little bit more purple, and it's kind of like a cloudy purple amethyst sort of a deal, but those are cool. I like those. Hematites, those are going to get more rare. I believe those to be somewhat rare, but these are semi-precious gemstones that you can still find in jewelry. Topaz, let's go into that real quick. Dark topaz, yeah, nah, you're gonna pay money for that, alright? Let's just get that out of the way. I love topaz too, but a lot of that blue shit, it's all just heat treated, man. A real blue, and that's the other thing. Like, since so much of the topaz is heat treated, you're gonna get people that get like, oh, that's not a natural blue topaz, even when you did finally work your whole life to find one, you know. I would look for topaz in natural colors more in the champagne range. That's kind of what I collect.